How's it going, everyone? Domadeus Gaming back again with another video, and today we're looking at some footage I recorded a couple days ago before I did my Labyrinth 100% run. And it's actually, I've taken up our 14th, count it, 14th 565 champion. Now, if you watched our Variant 4 Exploration opening, spoiler alert, we got that 4 to 5 gem for a tech character, so we already have Starkey, we already have Ghost, we already have Warlock up. So my next viable option that I really wanted to take up was our Guillotine 2099. So you're going to see us take her up here in a second, and then we're going to jump into some Labyrinth of Legends with her. Now, some of the reasons I wanted to take up Guillotine was that before we completed Labyrinth of Legends, I wanted to test her out against the Wolverine X23 on that bottom left corner to test out her regen reverse on her L2, and just because I know she is a really good candidate for some extra damage. We did use Aegon for most of the fight, and I didn't actually get a good recording. I had some mistakes that I didn't think that the rest of the world needed to see, and as you can see, we ran out with some tech ISOs, so we're going to jump in with some extra cosmic we had. But I do know that Guillotine is slated to be the, prospective best answer for the Abyss of Legends when that comes out in a few weeks. Actually, I think about maybe just over 3 weeks from now in the next patch in January. So we wanted to take her up and get a feel for her. She isn't duped, so she doesn't get that combo shield once she gets hit, but you are able to stack up the combo shields when you do a heavy attack. So we're checking out our 5 stars here. 14 565 champions. Again, this video is a couple days old, so you see Warlock there is not duped yet. If you haven't checked out our Labyrinth 100% video, definitely give it a look, I should say. And as you can see, we do have a 5-star generic gem that we got from the Black Friday / Cyber Monday deals, but we're not going to use it on her just because she is plenty good without the Awakening. But now we're taking her into Labyrinth of Legends. We have the Morningstar synergy, which gives her degenerations on her would-be critical hits. As you know, Guillotine 2099 does not have natural critical hits unless you do activate the Huntress function, which I activated here. So Morningstar gives her 30% added degeneration, and Mephisto, I believe, gives her some extra attack. I think we have another, who is it, Ultron in there, or someone else. Uh-oh. That's not good. That didn't happen. So, like I was saying, we are back here in Labyrinth of Legends with our Guillotine 2099, and we have some synergies. We got the Warlock synergy that gives her some extra power. If we get a debuff that we are immune to, got Morningstar for the extra degeneration, and we've got Mephisto with Punish 2099 for some extra firepower, some extra attack. So, we're going to activate the Huntress function and the stability function, so when we get over 100 hits, we start regenerating some of that recoil damage we're going to take from those big L2s. So first off, we're going to start off with a couple of heavy attacks. We're just going to try to land some parries here, so we get those combo shields. So if we do mess up again, if we mess up for the first time, we are going to be able to save our combo. Now, Guillotine's combo is very important. She's one of the more combo-based characters, similar to Star-Lord and Aegon, in that when you get her up past 100 combo, you actually get extra energy damage every single hit. So the first part of the fight, and I would say the first fight, if you're taking her into questing and everything, like many of these ramp-up champions, isn't really great. But as soon as you get the ramp-up going, you get her over 100 hits, she starts to do some intense, crazy damage, as you're going to see. So we're just building up the combo here. This is just, the first couple of times I brought her in. I brought her into Realm of Legends a few times before, brought her up against our favorite punching bag Winter Soldier to take her and test her out there, but haven't taken her into Labyrinth yet, and this is actually our first time testing in Labyrinth with one of our new 565s. I might make this more of the standard, since this is the type of content that more endgame players are going to be trying to test out their characters on as they rank them up and as new characters come out and everything. So we are trying to build up to every 20th hit we get that guaranteed crit there, as you can see, and We started that last L2 off at I think at 55 hits, so by the time we launched the L2, which does have a lot of hits in it, we were doing some crits in that spin around attack there. So it's really important that you try to line up your criticals with Guillotine's L2, because as soon as you can, like we did here, that was perfect. As soon as we hit 79, we launched the L2, and that way every single hit of that attack was a critical hit, which is awesome. Does some really, really nice damage if you get that crit off. So 97 hits now, 99 and 100. And you see her sword there opens up, got that red electric effect, which is super nice. And as you're going to see, we're doing some extra energy damage in addition to the degen that we're putting on Red Hulk. And that actually goes up to 600 hits multiplier. I believe it's 6.25% of each hit you deal as direct energy damage to the opponent, and that increases every single hit up to 600 hits. So as you're going to see, once we start ramping up even more, we're going to be just doing such crazy damage. And now, since we have the stability function active as well, every medium hit, we're actually doing a little bit of a lifesteal, giving us about 140 health back. So mitigating some of that recoil damage, which is nice, especially since we're launching a whole bunch of L2s and we're taking that recoil damage. So something I did notice too is that if you line up your critical with the medium attack, you actually get a crit on the lifesteal. So you'll see a couple times I've lined up my crit with the medium attack, and I'm regenerating 400 to 500 health every time. So that's a nice little tidbit for anyone that's testing her out and wants to take her into some content and test out her stability and survivability in longer quests especially. So just baiting out some Red Hulk special ones. Definitely don't want to try the L2, so we can avoid as many mistakes as possible. It would be nice to have her awakened just for the extra combo shield, but having her unawakened gives me a chance to really test her out and work around some of the trickier fights. Again, I did take her into Labyrinth a little bit further after this recording. This is a previous recording that I'm voicing over now, but the couple of fights that I took her in for were the EX Guillotine, which puts on a bleed effect, permanent bleed I believe, at the beginning of the fight, and because Guillotine 2099 is a robot, she is bleed and poison immune by default, so we were able to take her in against Guillotine, and we actually did end up getting a one-shot, which was really nice. I didn't get a recording of that because I was super focused and didn't want the pressure of the recording to mess me up, but there you go. We got a nice little guaranteed crit on the L2, and look at that damage. It is just going crazy. Every single hit now doing 6,000 extra energy damage on top of our hits there, including the degen, which is taking a nice 449. And yeah, she is just melting this Red Hulk. 223 hits. This is definitely one of the shortest Red Hulk fights that I've ever encountered, at least in my own account. I know there are probably some other characters out there that have done it in less, but nice to have a change of pace from Winter Soldier and some of the weird AI that plagues Realm of Legends from time to time. Not that the Labyrinth of Legends Red Hulk is any better, really, with the crazy evade and everything, but it's a nice change of pace. So just waiting for him to launch another L1, please. Strike into his block, try to bait him out. A couple more strikes into the block, and we're just pushing it back now. And there we go. The arranged timer goes off, which isn't really big of an issue. We're going to get him down here. He's already underneath 40%. The lifesteal is keeping us topped up for the most part. And let's launch another L2. Not a perfect one, but as you can see, the L2 has a lot of hits on it, which is nice because each one of those hits increases our multiplier for the energy damage. So now, each one of our hits is doing just over 8,000 extra energy damage. And as you're going to see, boom, 17k, and we melt down that Red Hulk from 21% all the way down to 10%. This is a 1.5 million health point fight here, ladies and gentlemen. That is some crazy damage. And now, was a little bit of a mistake there. One of Guillotine 2099's abilities is for you to end the fight with an L3 to maintain her combo from fight to fight. But from the testing of Guillotine 2099 in Labyrinth of Legends, as well as some of the other content, especially 6.2 and 3. I'm definitely happy about this rank up and excited to test her out in Abyss of Legends when it comes out in a few weeks. So that'll do it for this video today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.